Good afternoon. Happy Saturday. We're back again with another video. Um, we got 4 more days and then that's it for this whole segment. But welcome. I'm your host, Ebony Rose. I am a social media consultant. I go through this spiel every time because I don't know if you're landing on this video for the first time. So if you are, welcome. I'm Ebony Rose. I'm a social media consultant. I have been going live every single day this month at 1 p.m. Although yesterday we went live a little bit later because I got a late start to my day, but that's neither here nor there. But I have been going live every single day at 1 p.m. just to give you tips this month on how you can build a clear online presence for your brand, your business. If you're a content creator, if you are an influencer, if you're just starting out as a small business owner, I am here to give you tips on how you can clearly show up for your business. And last month I did the same thing. I went live every single day at 1 p.m. and we talked about showing up for your business. So since we have 4 days left, I figured that we would shift gears a little bit and kind of like encourage you. We've been talking about like what to do, what not to do, and all those things. And I just wanted to kind of pull out some of the things that I talked briefly about at the beginning of this month and possibly even last month. I think I touched on some of this as well. But this, before I get started, please like and subscribe to this video. I would greatly appreciate it. This topic today is called This Is Why People Get Stuck, right? So we talked about consistency, dedication, execution, discipline. We talked about all of that, right? So we're going to kind of revisit all of that again today in this video, right? It's not, so you could be doing all of the right things and you may have moments where you're just like, oh, this is not working. Why am I doing this? Why am I putting all of this effort in and not seeing any results, and you get tired, you get frustrated, and it's not always lack of effort because you're putting in the effort, right? You're doing the things, you're being as consistent as you can be, right? It's not always lack of information. You may have all the information that you need to produce the content that you need to produce. You're just hitting a wall right now, right? So then that happens. Like that is going to happen. It's not always going to be on the up and up. The momentum may take a hit, really quick 1 month, and you may have to strategize and course correct and figure out what else you have to do. Sometimes it is overthinking, hesitation, or even misdirection. With anything that we do, with our businesses, with our brands, we always overthink. I don't care what it is that you're doing. I don't care how established you are with your business, with an idea, with your brand, being an influencer, with your products, with your services. You are always going to find yourself overthinking. And I think that is the main thing that keeps us stuck from moving forward, from trying new things, new ideas, is the overthinking, which leads to us hesitating, which leads to misdirection because we're like, oh, I don't know if I should do this first. I don't know if I should do that first. And people tend to get stuck there. So I want you to realize and be self-aware to know that when you find yourself overthinking, I want you to pause, okay? Because this is a cycle that is happening. Getting stuck in cycles instead of movement is a bad thing, especially when the cycle is overthinking or hesitation, especially when it comes to your business. Now, we're not talking about all these other cycles. I'm not a therapist. I'm not going to go into that. We're specifically talking about cycles when it comes to you pushing something out for your business. What cycle and what pattern have you found yourself in when you're in this momentum, you're in this hype, and then all of a sudden you hit this wall? What is it that is making you hit that wall? Is it overthinking? Is it hesitation? Is it just all these thoughts in your head? Is it all the noise that you see out there with social media? It could be a whole bunch of things. But I want us to get out of those cycles and get into movement, okay? Stick with the plan that you have for your business and keep moving, okay? And when you have an idea, do not hesitate. If this is something that has been thought out, you have the plan, you have the strategy, you have the goals, you have the mission, you have the vision, you've prayed on it, all those things. If you have done all of that, then you need to move. You need to make movement, okay? The subtle things that keep people in the same place is what's going to keep you stuck as well. You have to be able to think outside the box when you're working with your business, when you're working with plans, and you cannot, I'm going to keep saying this, you cannot overthink it. Like, it's easier said than done though, because like I find myself overthinking, oh, should I put this email out, or should I make this post, should I make this reel, how are people going to react to this? It's always that. It's for me, it's always overthinking and worrying about what others are going to think about the content that I put out there. But sometimes I'm like, I don't care what people think, I'm just going to rip the band-aid off and post it anyway, and then it ends up doing really, really well. So we have to kind of push past these thoughts in our heads and just do it anyway. Rip the band-aid off, post it anyway, rip the band-aid off, send that email, create that course, create that ebook, whatever it is that you need to do to push past that feeling of overwhelm or that feeling of overthinking. Do it, because that is what's going to keep you unstuck. Because we don't want to be those people that are going to be stuck, you know, every time we hit a wall and we don't know what to do. We realize that we hit the wall and we're going to approach it differently. We're not going to allow it to keep us stuck, because we have been putting in the work. We have been doing so well. You know, our business is out there, it's visible, people are engaging, people are asking questions, and now it's time to maybe course correct, do something fresh with your content. Okay, so that's it for today. The only thing I wanted y'all to take away from this one is to not overthink, stay out of the cycles, and make sure you realize and recognize that when you do hit those walls, that it's okay for you to course correct. It's not that people can't move. It's that something is keeping them in a place. And what is keeping you in that place? Is it overthinking? Is it the hesitation? Is it your own thoughts? So think about that. And remember, you can always reach out to me. You can always go to my website. I am here to help. Book your strategy session with me. There's two options. There's a 45-minute one and a 90-minute one, and I can help you get unstuck if this is where you find yourself in this season right now. If you feel like you're stuck with your content, with your brand, with anything that is related to social media or your business or your website, reach out to me so we can get you started. And don't forget to like and subscribe and leave your comments below. I would love to hear your feedback, and I will see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Bye.